Hi all. Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's week is going well. Okay, this is another picture from a different dinner that I had on my weekend getaway. This is beef bourguignon, and that is mashed potatoes on top. It was from a French restaurant, and it was fabulous. All right, we have a few stories we're going to cover, and then we're going to dive into the real royals and what's been going on with them. So there's a lot to cover. Let's just jump right in and go, shall we? Let's go. We're starting off today with a comment that was placed on my YouTube by the follower above that said that Joe Biden was in Fort Worth the same day as the rodeo. We've already heard that. And the supposition is that Harry wanted to meet with him regarding BetterUp and the U.S. Armed Services. For those of you who are unaware, BetterUp just got a contract with the U.S. Armed Services. Gee, I wonder how that happened. And speaking of rodeos, I can't help myself. This is how I picture Harry at the rodeo. All right, this next comment kind of caught my attention. Katie French, again on my YouTube channel, wrote this, that Heckle and Jekyll better be careful what they say about their support of Ukraine because they could lose their standing in the woke world. We talked about this yesterday with that doctor who wanted, the president of Ukraine in the middle of a war to talk about racism. Apparently, they're now calling this war racist because the Ukraine moved their citizens out before foreigners. And that's what's being reported. I have no way to prove that, okay? Joy Reid yelled racism because the media was covering the war because Ukraine was mostly a white country. Yes, you cannot make this stuff up. People, it's a war. Like, what don't you get? In reference to Meghan changing her color, somebody sent me this picture, which absolutely shows what I was talking about. And thank you to that follower for the photo. Look at Meghan's breast area. You can see the tan line. Look at her face, the color of her face and her arm compared to the breast area. This picture shows it just a little bit better. As you can see, the obvious tan line. Now, I don't think this was a spray tan. I think she'd been out in the sun. Also, if you look at the color of her face as different from the color of her neck, she really tried very hard to darken herself up. This photo clearly shows, if you look at her chest area, you can clearly see the outline of like a Speedo bathing suit. So you can see where she laid out in the sun and tried to tan herself up for this event. And you can also look at her neck and look at her face. The makeup on her face is way darker than even the tanned areas. She was trying so hard. And here it is even closer so you can see what I'm talking about. She is a completely different color here than she is in other areas with Harry. Like this event here, or this event, or this event, where they are literally the same color. Get my point? All right, let's move on. All right, for those of you who don't know, it apparently has been about a year since Meghan and Harry sat on that Oprah interview couch and spouted all those lies. And then Oprah, of course, tried to wipe the interview away. But of course, those of us who have clips of it, it will never go away. They never showed their receipts, and I believe that's because they don't have receipts. I did videos on the Oprah interview showing the lies, and I will link them in the description box above so that you guys have the chance to go back and look at them yourself if you wish. Okay? Moving on. All right, you guys, that's shocking, but believe it or not, Harry actually believes that he can reclaim his popularity and be more popular than ever in the UK through the book that he's putting out in the fall. Now, since he's already spouted on Dax Shepard and he already spouted to Oprah and he's already spouted to James Corden, there's just not a whole lot left that he can spout. But yes, he thinks that people are going to run out, buy this book. It's going to explain everything about him and you will love him again. I won't, and I won't be buying your book, Harry. I think the man's gone insane. And lastly, Meghan and Harry have been warned that the decline in mega deals is happening, that the golden period has worn off. No, I think they're declining in deals because they've pretty much shown that they can't keep their end of the bargain. They produced nothing for Spotify. They produced nothing for Netflix. The companies have had to hire their own in-house people to try to get anything out on the table. When what they put out is turned down as bad or doesn't get good reviews, that's the end of those deals. You never hear anything else about deals with Procter & Gamble. You never hear anything else about World Kitchen. Nothing. Big fanfare when the deals come out. Nothing when the deals go kaplunk. All right, people, let's move on. All right, now I have to do this, and I apologize before we talk about the real royals. Do you see this article above? Prince William and Duchess Kate help pack donations. Look at the bottom as to who wrote this article. Omid Scobie. Yes, he's trying to put himself out there as a royal reporter, but yet he did this. William and Kate went to the Ukrainian Cultural Center, which I'm about to show you. And while he's there, he said, it's very alien to see this in Europe. We're all behind you. We have to be very careful what we tell the children. They're asking questions. There's a video of this conversation, an actual unedited video of this conversation. Okay? Now, take a screenshot of this or read it very carefully, because this is an actual transcript of what you're about to hear, of what actually came out of William's mouth in an unedited video. Okay? Pay careful attention. Here we go.
No, everyone's horrified by what they're saying. They are really horrified. And the news every day is just, it's almost infallible to actually witness it. So, you know, from our generation, it's very alien to see this happen in Europe. But we're all right behind you, thinking about you guys a lot, and I know that all we can provide, we feel so useless to really provide words, but we are thinking about what happens.
So with that, Omid Scobie puts out a tweet that says, unsurprised to see backlash against Prince William's ignorant remark. Europe has seen some of the bloodiest conflict in the past 2 centuries. And then he quotes, if you look below, William 39 said Britons were more used to seeing conflict in Africa and Asia. Now you guys saw the transcript. You heard it for yourself. Those words never came out of William's mouth. Omid is spreading misinformation, of course. I mean, he's on Harry and Meghan's payroll. He's being paid, in my opinion, to spread as much disinformation as possible. But he should be ashamed. He just did the article, a positive article about them, and then because he's getting paid for that article, then he turns around and puts something like this up on Twitter. Shame on him. For shame. Now, you should know that Dan Wooten jumped all over that and asked why he was sharing fake news and again trying to make William look racist when he's not. I love Dan Wooten. So, of course, Omid came back and tweeted that the Press Association is the only one with complete access to everything. And he basically, from the first tweet, you can tell that he said that's where he got his information. And as you can see from Chris Ship's response, the Press Association wasn't at that event. So everybody's waiting for some sort of apology from Omid Scobie, which never came. He never removed the offending tweet as far as I know. And it's pretty obvious he's on somebody's payroll. I don't know why somebody hasn't taken care of him yet. All right, moving on. All right, let's get on to some real royal news. Kate and William went to the Ukrainian Cultural Center, showed her support. She made homemade cakes and some other things that she brought with her. She was obviously very emotional. You'll see. I love the Ukrainian flag pin that she had on her sweater that you'll see in just a minute. She looked amazing as usual. And of course, like I told you, they went and viewed all the donations that were literally stacked floor to ceiling, because everybody in the UK is reaching down deep and is sending in donations in solidarity. You know, you guys have to be proud. It's an amazing country. Those are amazing people, and they're doing amazing work. So they went to learn about the amazing work that's being done and to help pack up donations and things to be distributed. And they talked to a lot of people there. You know, they did their usual fabulous thing that they do. And it was reported that they have received over 132 million in donations from the people of the UK. Very uplifting to see the boxes and all of the supplies that have been donated and how people are coming together to help. Very warming of the heart, you know what I mean? Fabulous. Catherine and William put out the following on their website. I hope you enjoy it because God knows I did. That's why I'm sharing it. Watch this.
You're doing an amazing job, Oliver. You really are.
Because I have a young sister back home and I really want to see her again, and it's just scary that I'm never maybe going to be able to make that.
Real quickly, I want to mention that Queen Letizia of Spain wore a traditional Ukrainian blouse in solidarity. I thought it was really cool. I put this in, but I can't pronounce it. It says the Queen wore a, and then there's a word I can't pronounce. And it's a traditional Ukrainian embroidered blouse. It's gorgeous. I think it's fabulous that all the royals are doing their individual parts to try to help with this effort. You know, even if it's just with fashion. You know, I love it. Just love it. All right, we had a lot of information in this video, but you know I want all your comments, especially about what Omid did. He intentionally put out a tweet saying that William said something that he didn't say. Now, I'm sure he's going to say he got it from somebody else, but if you're a true reporter, you fact check your stuff, right? That's what Oprah didn't do, and look what happened to her. You never hear from her anymore, and the interview has become a sham for her. So I would love all your comments, what you think about what Omid did, what you think about how William and Catherine are doing in helping to support Ukraine. What do you think about all the stories that came out in the beginning about Harry and Meghan? I want every comment. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you've already hit it, double check, make sure you're still subscribed. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Getter, you can email me. And to those who have donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.